Have you ever heard of fucking Atlanta? What did I fly? Norse Airlines?
No.
Can't say that I
That's
have.
that's the thing. No one's ever heard of this. So my mom. So I get this like $200 ticket to London, and I'm like, yeah, it's
Oh my God.
and people are like, what are you flying? And I go, and
flying in a
I've never
chicken
been out of the,
cage.
I've never been out of the country, so I go Norse Airlines, and everyone goes, that doesn't exist, and I go, fuck.
But you got it off like a Travelocity.
Huh?
Like what website did you get it off of?
Online?
But like you didn't just Google like
You
flight.
didn't go to
No.
Norse.
You went to like a travel website.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
and-
felt legit. It didn't feel like you like Googled
No, yeah, it
cheap
fe-
and you said
No, it felt legit. I put my credit card into the website and everything. I mean, it was.
that's all it
Yeah.
takes.
I mean, it was the real deal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I put my credit card and name, and
My
know,
social
It'd be funny if you're
security.
like,
And
no,
my
no,
s-
I called the Norwegian man directly and
Yeah.
gave him all my information.
Oh, yeah,
my
so-
social
I
security
said my
card.
mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
I gave it all.
Yeah, and I sent a dick pic, and they said, now you're good to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm ready to get taken.
So you got your
Okay.
ticket.
So I get my ticket. So Norse Airlines, no one's ever heard of this. My mom's like, that doesn't exist. And I'm like, well, it does. So, and you can't check in online, which is also, so, because I'm, right.
There's some red
right.
flags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not enough. There's some airlines where they're like, you got to check in at the desk.
True. But I think it's the combo of not
Of Norse.
of Norse Air when no one's heard of it.
Right.
You know, like
so I can't take the train anymore. So I call a Lyft, and I'm at my apartment, and I call a Lyft to JFK, and the guy starts taking a different route, and they send you that notification on your phone, like your driver's going a different route. So I go, hey man, you're going a different route, and I'm not gonna do the accent, but he's just like, oh my friend, and he's like,
Don't do it. So what did he say?
shut up.
And he's like, oh, I've been driving for a billion years. I know everything. And I go, okay, fine, you genius. And because it says it's like, hey, you're going to be 20 minutes late. And I go, it says that I'm going to be 20 minutes late. And he's like, he's like,
You dumb.
you dumb white bitch. And that's what he said. And then he's like, I know, I drive.
You fucking whore.
You fucking
dumb
whore. I know
bitch.
exactly. So why don't you shut your pretty little mouth up is what he said to me. So I said, okay, God bless, man. So then we get to the airport, and he goes, my friend, I'm sorry. You were right. If we're 20 minutes late. And I go, I know.
Oh man.
I know, because guess what? The computer in the sky's right.
And you could see it the whole
And
time.
he's like, I didn't know.
You know?
He's like, I didn't know the highway would be closed. And I go, you know what did? The 1,000 satellites watching our every move in the porn I watch.
I don't understand the resistance of. That's the thing where people are always like, can you believe Uber like kicked the New York cab drivers, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, every time I've taken a New York cab, it's like they refuse to use GPS sometimes,
Yeah.
and like
Sure.
it's just this
But
thing.
I've been into a cab. I've hailed a cab like 6 times. 'Cause I've been in New York for only 4 years, and one time a guy went down a one way for a little bit so he could take the next turn, and I was
yeah.
like, go.
Okay,
But that's how it
Goat-
used to be. I feel like there's like
Goat shit.
there's parts of Europe where like to be a cab driver, like you know it. And now
Well,
sometimes I
Europe-
get in cabs now and they go, so
Where is
what
that?
way do you want to take?
Well,
and I'm
if
like,
you're-
I don't
I
fucking
know.
know.
But also, if you're driving in like Lisbon or Italy, there's streets that don't exist on Google Maps.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like an alleyway, and it's a woman's
Yeah.
alley, and she owns it, and you drive through her living
You can
room.
squeeze through this living
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, you drive through a living room because you can't legally put a woman's living room on Google Maps. But a cab driver's like, I know, you got to go through this bathroom.
She's at work from 4 to 5.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. So,
So you're 20 minutes late.
20 minutes late. So now I'm late. I'm at the airport and I'm late. It is 11
For your first international
for my
flight
first
ever.
international flight,
Oof.
baby. Flight's boarding at 12.
It's 11.
It's 11:15.
Oh, brother.
you were going to check a bag?
I didn't check a bag. I had a big bag. I had a
Oh.
big backpack and I
That's fine.
shoved it.
Good for you
Good,
traveling
good,
Europe
good,
with just
good,
a big backpack.
You know, I have a.
I guess your clothes are smaller
I
than
have
mine,
a bag hack too. It's kind of a piece of shit move, but I will get to that later. But you don't You don't check it. You just you act like you show up late to the gate when you're boarding, and you go because I was flying a lot. And I just couldn't afford the $75 bag check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, oh, sorry, I just got here. I didn't have the gate closed. I didn't have time to check my bag. And they'd just be like, ugh, like stupid
know,
American.
I did
will
that.
take it
I did that one time
on
and-
accident.
No, on purpose. Same
Yeah.
thing. You just act and you say, because I was coming back from like a gig.
How did you
and
act it? What
I
does it
just
look
was like,
like?
I
Get
go,
mad, and also get mad at her.
I go,
Or them.
I go, oh, I know. I don't know. I ran out of time. And she goes, you can't do that. And I go, I know, but I'm here. And I'm so sorry. I will never do it again.
Yeah,
and,
that's what you
and they're,
have
they're,
to
they're
say.
like, well, you can't. And I was like, I'm, and you just get on. Like
Yeah.
you just,
Yeah.
you just do it. You know what I mean?
I shoplift. I steal from the airport a lot. I don't steal in my everyday life, but I'll
Are you serious?
I steal at the airport.
At the airport?
Well,
That seems
everybody
very
does.
stressful.
That's what kind of things are you stealing?
Wait, you guys are joking because we all do this, right?
No,
we don't all do
We don't
this.
steal. I stole one time and I talked about it on this podcast.
Wait, what do you do? You don't steal from the airport?
Absolutely not.
You're not snagging it. I'm not
Oh,
spending
what? What are you stealing?
$18 turkey sandwiches.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's how they got the
my
jinx.
God.
That's how they got the jinx. They caught him stealing a sandwich. Really?
Who's the jinx?
He murdered someone.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
God, well, I've been, yeah.
I guess once you murder someone, you're fine stealing a sandwich.
No, but that's what caught him. They found him.
How are you doing it? What's your technique?
Okay, well, okay. You go to a spot where they have a bookstore attached to where they sell sandwiches
Uh-huh.
and water bottles, and if you want to get a tote, I'm a tote guy, you know. And you just go, you take the sandwich, you put it in your damn tote, and then you go check out the books for a little bit, and you read and you peruse, and you go, oh wow, Stephen King, who the fuck is that? And then you walk the.
You ever
hell
get
out-
nervous? You got seen? Someone saw
Of
you?
course, yeah.
I just feel like at an airport, I assume there's cameras everywhere.
What are they gonna do? Send me to airport jail? Maybe.
Yeah.
I bet there's a prison there.
What are they gonna
And you're in there, and you're there with fucking Al Qaeda, and they're like, "Who's this?"
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah. And I go, do you guys want to do my podcast sometime?
My God.
All right.
Okay.
At the airport, so everybody has to check their bags in. Everybody has to check in for their flight to get their boarding pass. Okay, so this is Norse.
Yeah, buddy. I'm familiar.
Okay, well, it's usually online, so I got to go get
Oh,
I got to get the
okay.
physical boarding pass. And everybody's having problems at Norse Airlines at the gate. Everyone's
that
having
doesn't
an
sound
issue.
like Norse Air
And
to me.
Good old Norse Air. That's not the Norse Air
That's
I know.
not the Norse Air I know.
That's just not the Norse Air.
You're
That
tweeting,
I-
you're tweeting at Norse Air, and it has 3 followers.
Norse Air is tweeting at you like, can I come on the downside? I need to promote my airlines. Everyone's having problems. It's making me nervous. By the time I get there, it's 11:30. Boarding at midnight.
Okay.
And I get there and I get to the desk and it's midnight. This is JFK. This is like a 42-year-old Jamaican woman at the desk. She looks tired as fuck. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. And she's like, okay, let me see your passport. Where are you going? London. Okay, cool. All right. There's says here there's no seats. And I go, okay. Because I didn't buy the $50 seats. Because they
It's
say
assigned
we'll
when you check
assign
in.
you a seat when you check in. But I'm on the app, so I go. Well, they said there's a seat for $100 right up front. I was like, I'll just spend that. Fuck it, I'll just spend that money right now. I need to get to. I have shows in Dublin that day,
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah, okay, but yeah, I don't. That's not coming up on my end. So just I'm just gonna have you step to the side, and I'm just like, oh. I've never missed a flight. I've never been late. I'm pretty punctual. I've never been.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so it's happening to me. That's when something bad's happening. That's your first thought is like, okay, so I'm not different. Like you're like the bad thing that your friends tell you about that happened at airport. You're like, okay, so I'm also included in that, and you're like, okay, fine, and she's on the computer. She's on the phone. She's typing. They type so fast.
Yeah.
Sure.
Those motherfuckers behind the airport desk.
Yeah, they do type
Yeah.
fast.
What the hell are
Yeah.
they? Imagine,
And they type so
what,
much,
What if you're
too.
dating someone who works at an airport desk and they don't like text you back fast, and you're like, you bitch, like, come on, you know what I mean? She's typing so fast. She's on the phone. She's blah blah blah. I'm sweating and pissing and shitting myself. And she goes, okay, sir, can you come over here? And she goes, okay, so we overbooked the flight. It's the first thing she says, which is a thing that happens, especially post-COVID.
Yeah.
So I go, okay, so this thing that I hear about is happening. She goes, you don't have a seat. We overbooked the flight. You can't get on. And I go, oh, I feel my soul drop. I tried to do one special thing for myself and go to Europe and do comedy. And I go, okay, so this is not going to work out. And I'm just sad. I'm not mad. Yeah. I don't get mad. I never get mad at people or certain public. I just don't. That's
where I do the thing I just did before. Hey, buddy, back the fuck off and get me on the fucking phone.
Yeah.
But you're just broken.
Well, because I'm broken, and also I just know. It's not like because I also know she's not like she's not like slanging tickets as a side hustle like they're a friend. It's just no saying this.
But what are they offering you?
Huh?
What are they offering you?
So I go okay. So she goes, you overbooked the flight. You can't go on. And I go, okay. So what are we gonna do? And she goes, so I can put you on another flight free of charge in 3 days. And I'm tired. It's 11:30. It's 11:30. I'm tired, and my whole night lose my sunglasses and the Lyft drive over here. And I go, and I've chosen Dublin for the next 4 days, so I've missed half my shows, and also like a bigger comedian helped me book those shows. It's just not a fucking
yeah.
I got some shows that it was probably be tough for just me to get.
Yeah.
I go that. I just go, my face is like beet red, and I'm just like, it's just not going to work. And she goes, no, I'm just kidding. Here's your boarding pass and passport. Have a safe flight.
Wait, she's doing this whole bit. You gotta get their security. What is this bit?
So she goes,
what is this bit?
Russell. So she goes, no, I'm just kidding. Here's your boarding pass and passport. Have a safe flight. And I go, what? And she starts laughing. She's like, yeah, I got you. And I go, because I start laughing too, because of shock.
Crazy.
It's
you start laughing like the Joker.
It's like when your wife almost gets hit by a car and you're like, it's like that. And she's like, and I go, the first thing I say, I go, is that allowed? And she's like, you gotta go. You're running late. You gotta go. And I go,
Imagine this giant line of people. She's doing this bit with everyone.
Dog, I haven't even been through TSA. I haven't got through TSA yet. I haven't even done security yet.
My God.
And she's like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Then you get to TSA and they're like, we gotta do a strip search.
Yeah.
They open up your asshole. Just kidding.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You're late,
You gotta
pal.
get on that plane. Cut it out.
Buddy, you're late.
And then someone on the plane like, I'm hijacking this plane.
I'm just kidding. You fucking idiot.
We gotta go.
Don't you know what a joke is, you fucking moron? I'm kidding. I'm just doing terrorism, you stupid asshole.
The pilot's like, we're crashing the plane.
We're
Whoa,
crashing.
Whoa.
Oh, look at you. I got you. Look at your face, you fucking piece of shit. I've never seen anyone as dumb as you.
Oh my God.
And I don't even, it's I don't even know if it happened. I don't, I'm like every single, like once, since then, that happened June 2nd. Since then I've been like, like once every 4 days, I'll be like, oh, wow. So here's the question. When did the prank start?
Yeah.
So, cause I told you multiple things, she had me aside for 6-7 minutes. So was there?
She's typing to her. You know what she's typing to her friends? Like, oh my God, I got this guy right now.
Critical time for you.
I'm about to get this fucking stupid.
Can you imagine if you missed it by 6-7 minutes?
And then you come back, she'd be like, oh, that sucks.
So here's the thing. Also, why me?
Sure.
What about me? What about what I was wearing and my disposition? And I was already nervous. Where she's like, this fucker doesn't travel.
Just kidding.
And I'm gonna fuck with him.
I mean, on some level, I appreciate she's keeping her work.
Yeah,
lively.
Sure.
I mean, that's like right below a doctor being like coming out to the family, dad's in heart surgery. Like, I'm sorry to say,
yeah,
you got to live with this knucklehead a little while longer.
You're listening listening to The Downside
The Downside.
with Gianmarco Soresi.